Hi guys, ArcoLinux is university and you start not with the most difficult things in the beginning, you start with the easy stuff in the beginning. So on arcolinux.info.com there is a whole bunch of courses, you could say, or choices, but actually, if I see this, it gets difficult, more and more difficult if you go down the list. And there's help on the forum. So what I'm talking about in this video is that at some point in time, maybe not right now, you say, I'm gonna build my own ISO with the code from ArcoLinux. But I make my decisions and I say, I want Vivaldi on the ISO immediately. I want it there, and so on. I want many applications can be added. So that's build your own ISO. There are tutorials in here which tend to be quite complex, right? And one of the things is the video that I've made lately, and I still need to clear the cache, so I will do that right now. Voila, so this is the latest one. How to create any ArcoLinux B with LTS, Zen or Xenmod. By default, the Linux kernel is there, and in ArcoLinux XS we have LTS there, or Xenmod there, or Zen there, right? So choices. Some of us really need a certain kernel to be able to boot up on their hardware. That's why we have XS, XS LTS, XS Zen, and XS Xenmod. But what if you want to say, look, I like to have Plasma, and at boot time I want to have LTS. Then you have to build it yourself, and this is explained in this video. So I'm gonna make a second video where I make my choice. I want to have ArcoLinux B, not Plasma, but I want to have, you've guessed it, this one, CHADWM. And Xenmod, right? So another video with the same purpose. I want to build an ArcoLinux B ISO, whatever desktop it is, so that I can boot up with either this or that. My choice. And CHDWM. All right. Cool. So you need to grab code from online. There is ArcoLinux GitHub. There are ArcoLinux D, which is all the scripts. So in here is a script to, if you're on ArcoLinux, to install, run these scripts, and you have an ArcoLinux i3. And then that's the D, so the D scripts, B, build ISOs, and here we have somewhere in the list, CHDWM. So I need this, code, click, desktop, desktop, git clone, Ctrl+Shift+V. I can build now an ArcoLinux B CHWM with Linux kernel. So that's not the purpose. The purpose is get something else. So the B, we should go to the GitHub ArcoLinux now, because I want to build the Xenmod kernel. And how do I build the Xenmod kernel? With this ArcoLinux XS Xenmod. So click, back, and then git clone, Ctrl+Shift+V, boom. So the one that's important, one that I'll be using is this one. But I have to tell them that CHDWM is basically just a file. It says install CHDWM and not Plasma and not Mate or anything else, right? That's the difference. So this one is CHDWM. Ctrl+C. I don't need it anymore, so I can delete it afterwards, but right. Ctrl+V. This is, if I run this, nothing has changed. If I say installation script 40 and I run it, done. You got a USB, an ISO, and then it has XFCE and Xenmod on it. Not the idea. The idea is to change the packages. So you compare these two guys with melt, and off we go. So I'm gonna remove this so we have some space. So the right one is chdwm. I will not use that file. The left one is the one that I will build, and I will use that file. So gsimplecal is a calendar. Yes, sure. Nitrogen, yes, please. GQ is something to do with the conkeys, I remember. Awesome terminal fonts. Never hurts to have a font. A-render, Eskinema, Dex. All things that we're neat on tiling with the managers. All right. Rofi, sure. Speed test, sure. These are your decisions, right? If you want to have them or not. This is the time when you say, nope, don't want to have it. So I do want to have Candy Beauty, beautiful icons, faces. No, that's XFC stuff. Candy Beauty, sure, nice. Nitrogen is the application that we need to set a wallpaper. Rofi is the menu. Volume icon, sure. XFC panel profiles, no. I don't want to have XFC. I want to have the ST version. Nope. I'm happy with Alacrity. So this is the terminal. Nope. Alacrity and your XVT is good for me. Now this is a difficult bit. This is the configuration of Calamars. Everything stops if the configuration of Calamars is not good. So I'm gonna keep the Xenmod. I'm not gonna take chdwm because otherwise you won't get it. In here, in the Calamars configuration of Xenmod, it says make init cpio for Xenmod. Here it says, yeah, make the normal Linux kernel. So that's something we keep. XS Xenmod, Calamars. Picam, sure. Mugshot, no. That's purely XFCE. Volume icon, yes. i3 things, nope. Alex appearance, sure. And then things come from XFCE. Some things I'd like, and of course you like to have Tunar, sure. And Tunar volume and Tumblr, Garçon Echo, no. App Finder, maybe. Power Manager, sure. And this is how you think about things. XFCE settings, not really. You could do it, but no, not really. Now, this thing is probably a dependency of something else, and that's why it's there. So, okay. Archive plugin, sure. A ristretto is nice. I personally use Nomax more, but okay. So, control find Nomax. Is it installed? No, it's not installed. So, I'm happy with Nomax. You put your application in there. Right? Nomax is in there. Already save it. Control S. We were somewhere here. Yep. So that's, yep, here we were. All these plugins, couldn't care less, right? Couldn't care less. But if I want to see the name of the song in Spotify, I need the notification daemon. So okay, let's use that one. Screenshots, I always like to take screenshots, or the task manager, Control Shift Escape, see what processes are running. And this is the bit where you install XFCE. No, right? Bye. XFCE is out. Now this one is surely in, but it's easier to do this. And then say, give me the Linux kernel. So in order to have chdwm, I need a sexy hotkey daemon, auto render, chdwm, wallpapers, oh, not important, paleofetch, sure, lolcat, ewm dash, and a hook. And that's it. Save, we're good to go. Of course, what you do normally is scroll up again and think again, check again, typos and all that. Otherwise everything stops. Okay? So, moment of truth is the building. So this one was just an empty, well, it's not an empty folder, but it's just a file containing packages. Bye. This one has an installation script with the build, with the code in here. And let's have a look. So will we have XFCE? No, we'll have CHDWM, we'll have CHDWM, and it's gonna be XS. Let's call it CHA XenMod. Now in the other video there was something with a name that I should have changed, so at the bottom somewhere there might be something here, ISO label. So it's going for an ISO label and it's going to check it. These were all wrong. The ISO was built. So we've called it ArcoLinux, well, we can call it XS. Why am I making it shorter? Because there is a limitation to the amount of text that you can use. Might have been that, don't think so, but it's good to know. It's good that's in the video, that sometimes you keep typing. No, there is a maximum to the ISO label somewhere in the 20. Sure, ISO label, control find, and then it's gonna check this, check some of that. We'll see. In the end, it's not important, right? It is not important. The end result has to be an ISO, and that's all that matters. So off we go. 14. Let's see if we can actually build it already. If there are some errors in the beginning, well, I would say hopefully there are, so we can learn and teach, but hopefully they're not, so we can just go on. Oof, we're off, right? He's building. Soup CF, and beautiful soup. Did you know that we have beautiful soup in our machines? Yes, I'm going to pause if we get past this one, the checks. Et voila, going to pause. All right, happy times. So again, we have no such file or thing. So it's looking for this. All right, got it. I think I got it. Let's see. F. He's going to look where. That's it, right? Where is he gonna look? Might be a different building folder altogether. So this one, ArcoLinux out. No, that's not. Let's see. ArcoLinux out. The naming. You see, something is wrong with the naming. The end result is this anyway. So still haven't found it. So cool, no problem. This is indeed an ArcoLinux XS XenMod version 23. Ah yeah, something else to teach you. If you click on this thing, you get this. If you click here, package list, control find. Well, let's type in XenMod. So Arco Calamares config XS XenMod, find. Linux XenMod headers, find. And that's it, right? So you know, yes, success. Unmount this again, and then we're gonna test it out. Super F7. So this was Plasma LTS template clone. This one is CHDWM with XenMod, and you can have any of these, well, B's, right? Choose whatever desktop you like and love and build it yourself. But again, maybe some things might be too hard yet, right? That's why we call it the learning path. Like in life, you become a baby, you crawl, try to walk, and then you try to run, and then you try to sprint maybe, or a marathon. But you know what I mean, right? Rome wasn't built in one day. Another expression saying, give yourself some slack. Cut yourself some slack. All right. And then you got a free operating system. We're basically Arch with some configs, and some apps. So that's step 7 in your learning path. Try to install ArcoLinux, the Arch way, the Arch install with a riser, because in the end it's all ArcoLinux. This is of course normal. He thinks he's gonna get XFCE. No. So all you have to do is enter, because there is no password for the live user. And then we're here. You know this, you know CHDWM. You can, right, let's include it, run gparted. You can delete all these partitions, select them, and then say delete, 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 and then apply. You can also do some updating of ArcoLinux mirrors, but the ones that are in there are already the global ones, are already the good ones. But okay, nevertheless, if you see in your continent or your country that you say, oh my god, this is so slow, update ArcoLinux mirrors. Easy installation offline, you know what it is, no internet, and there is internet available. And let's quit immediately, so it's gonna be there. Ooh, that's not reassuring. Did I not click on it? Ctrl-Alt-W. I'm still in QWERTY, so I have to press Z. Let's try that again. Yep. Oops. Oh, yep. We're there. So I didn't click it, that's all. And I clicked later on something else. Go away. So we got the online installer. You choose whatever language you like. People think there was somebody on the forum, right? I wanted everything to be in Russian. It's not that easy. I mean, XFC, Plasma, or probably a Mate maybe as well. The ones that are best equipped to have everything in the language, but it's actually the developers of package 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 that will have to be translating everything. And we're not gonna do that for Arch Linux 3 tool, I can say that already. So we just move through. I mean, I'm not interested in installing anything more, right? I just want to see what do we have now. So this is the idea of WYSIWYG. What you see is what you get. We've made choices, right? Choices were in the packages list, and we've made choices to have whatever. I'm just choosing something, right? To say, yes, I want to have a Firefox. It's in the package list. Install now, and then we go over here, super D, right? This is what you decided to put on the ISO. And if you see something there, oh, don't want that, okay, just put the hashtag in front of the package on the, well, before you build the ISO on the package list. And this was my choice, remember, Nomax? I want to have this. Control Q. So super Q, and what are the key commands? Any tiling window manager, right? Super T is eternal, but it's URXVT, and there is some kind of bug, so I've downgraded the URXVT, so this is up here. And but okay, Control Alt Enter is there, Super Enter is there. Those are the Alacrity things, and Super Shift Enter is Thunar. And that's basically what you need. And then you need to run an application, Super D or Super Shift D, right? And then it's night, and you say, I'm gonna go to bed, Super X, and you get the ArcoLinux logout, and you choose what you want to do. Escape. Super Q, Super Q, Super C. Somebody asked me the conky, that's Super C, but that's the conky that helps you. If this is the very first time tiling window manager, you need to learn the key bindings. If you press Super C again, it's gonna be the default ArcoLinux with all the gorgeous, is that the word? Gorge. CPU going up, memory stable, and storage almost nothing. So voila, and then 16 February, Thursday. Super C, bye. Let's go to the first and see where he is and pause the video. We're almost at the end. We're installing the bootloader. That's still grub for us. We rely on grub for 5 years, well, longer than 5, right? It's quite reliable, and we can make it fancy with some wallpapers. Let's restart it. And off we go. Enter. It says already at the top Linux ZenMod, and we've chosen a Riser FS as formatting system. And do we have everything that we want? So let's go and log in. Let's stop this. We don't want to see this anymore. Super C, Conky, I don't want to see it. But when I log out, Super X, log out, and log back in, enter, oh my god, wrong password. Then the Conky is back. Frustrating, right? It's in the code. So you learn about the code and how and why and where. Well, first of all, see that you know your key bindings. And secondly, all the information about any desktop. You can come and learn with us and use it on Garuda or whatever, because XFC is XFC, Plasma is Plasma, and so on, right? You just choose and, well, find sources and learn about your particular desktop. This has 23 videos about CHDWM. Now, what I wanted to do is go Control H. I will drop config in here. This is more a workflow idea. I will drop this in here. That's a workflow idea. So I immediately have this and maybe one more. And this is the application. This is CHDWM. What we see is scripts that are running, and we have it. We called it run. Unable to find terminal required for application, but I don't want a terminal. And again, this is very minimal, this thing. So sudo pacman -s, get me Sublime Text, because I want to change something. I don't want to see the Conky again and again and again. So, well, one step back. If I don't know where the Conky is, open terminal AG, Conky works. Check. It's in system overview, but that's the Conky itself. It's in PyChem, but that's how it should be, transparent and all that. It's in the sexy hotkey daemon, run, right? It's in run sh. Other option, so AG, RG, Conky. Same result, of course. So run sh. Scripts, run sh, Sublime Text is installed, make it bigger, delete this thing. So you see, control find Conky, and say, there it is. And it's gonna run each and every time the Conky. Not anymore, right? Solved. And here are some interesting things. So if you have wallpapers somewhere in a folder somewhere, this is for screen 1, this is screen 2. So I have a dual monitor here, or how to say dual setup, and run more at boot time, like talking to you guys, Discord and Telegram. I'll make sure that's auto started like this, safe. But this case, we don't want Conky, so out, Super X, log out, log in, Conky dead, right? There is no more Conky. And then Alt N, of course, because we're tired of this wallpaper, and use chart to start making this a beautiful setup. That's up to you. That's Rising. We give you the default code and you mess with the code, and you always know, right? Messing means breaking. You always know that in etc scal, there's the backup. Every single file that you need to launch a desktop, any desktop, it's gonna be in etc scal, hence our alias scal. We have something called scal, but it's actually, well, at this point in time, a script. So scal works, and this is it. There's a link to follow here, and you learn more about scal. All right, voila, we've built ourselves a ZenMod CHADWM. Maybe not for now, maybe for later, right? But it's possible. That's the point of the videos. It's possible. Cheers.